because it's all about driving blind. I just really started to feel something in my gut that I wanted to bring is that when we go through life and we're driving through life blind and we don't really have a focus and we don't know what we want or there's a desire, I mean, it's so easy to end up in a destination or a place that we're not desiring. Is when we truly do not have a vision, we've not put thought to it, we've not sat down and really looked at our life, or even when as we're moving forward and navigating through life, this is where sometimes we could even see signs that we just ignore, which means we're not looking, we're driving blind. This just spoke to me about everything in our life, not just when it comes to relationships, people we're dating, when it comes to marriage, but man, does it so apply to our goals, our dreams, and when we're out there hustling and grinding for what we want, or trying to provide for our family or build a future, or when it comes to even relationships as far as friendships, it's the exact same thing. That when we're just going through life with no vision, when we're just going through life with no direction, when we're just going through life with no plan, then we're gonna get to a place that we're probably not gonna like because we had no clue where we were going, what we were doing, or we started to see things but took a blind eye and ignored it, or we saw it, and here's a big one, and we chose to do nothing about it, so we're getting the same thing, or we just chose not to look, because some people don't want to know. When we do not have a vision, we do not move through life with focus. When we just move through life and just don't have a plan or don't care to look, or like I said a second ago, ignore the signs, then that means that we're driving blind. And if you don't have vision, then man, how can you see? And then on top of that, if you don't have, vision or direction, where are you going in life? And then if you don't have a vision or a plan, then how can you even get to where you're trying to get to? And then I got a question, man, where are you going? And if you want to get there, how are you going to get there? It's like putting into a navigation system another address, but you're trying to get someplace else, and then there you are navigating, doing and following, and then you end up someplace you didn't want to go. You ended up someplace after all that driving and tending to and working hard and day to day, and you end up somewhere that's not even where you want to go. And then you're wondering, why is that? Why is it that I'm working hard, like he was saying, at this relationship? I've given all that I could to it, and how did I end up in a relationship? Well, man, TA, she blocked me. She took me off of Instagram. She took me off Facebook. And man, you would have thought that, I did something absolutely horrible. There was no phone call. There was no text message. She just removed me. And again, as we peeled back the banana and really started to unveil the real relationship, there were things left and right in the relationship that showed him what direction he was going in. But because he just was so in love, he chose to ignore it or not look at it. He ended up in a relationship that was different than even the one that he wanted, the one that he thought, and I'm going to say it, the one that sometimes we just even will fantasize about and ignore. What the vision is showing you is clear, raw truth. The truth of what is, the truth of where it's at, the truth of where it's going, but more so the truth of where it's not. A vision allows you to see things, to see it clearly and even precisely, to see a direction, to see a path, to see obstacles, to see hurdles that are maybe in the relationship, to man, even know what the terrain is like. I mean, you're going along, but all of a sudden you're hitting rocky roads in your life or in the relationship, and you're not knowing why. But have you been looking? Have you been seeing the things in the relationship that is causing those issues? Man, if she's over there on a text message, but the moment that you show up, she hides her phone, but you choose to ignore that, and then all of a sudden you realize she's been cheating on you, then man, and then now you've got obstacles in the relationship. Now the relationship broke, and you don't even know if you can put it back together again, or you've got stresses, worrying when she says she's hanging out with girls. Is she really hanging out with girls? This is kind of where he was at. And this is where a vision and having sight allows us to see those things. It allows us to see what is in front of us, where we came from, even something that can blindside us. We can see that. We can see what is real, what is fake. We can even, and see what's around us, what's not around us. But we can even see who's around us, who's not around us in moments. Okay, and then it brings up the fact that even if we find that we're going in the wrong direction, when we have a vision of where we want to go, we can be redirected. Instead of continuing down that road, we can be redirected to now go down the path and the road that we want in life. To now be able to stop and say, okay, I don't want to go this direction anymore. This is not looking like what I was working for or what I wanted. This is now where I can see things more clearly, and I can see that this is not for me, or, oh my goodness, I like that having a vision can even show you what's ahead. That when you're, feeling beat up and you're feeling worn down and I'll say it, you want to quit, that if you could just have a vision, you can see ahead. It's what even gets you to keep on going. That even though the things that you're working on in the relationship is tough, you can see the brighter days ahead. You're working at a job and it's not what you want, but you see that there's a promotion coming up. There's an opening coming up. Now you can see something. That vision not only gives you the ability to have sight, it gives and provides even willpower. It does one of the most biggest things of all. It gives you wind, it gives you air, it gives you wisdom. And it now puts you on a different place of being able to, with vision, to now be in control of what is happening in that moment, what you want to do or not do, what you need to do. And then it gives you that ability of knowing what to do, because now you can see it. Vision to me is one of the most powerful things of all. Without a vision and a plan, I'm going to say it again, where are you going? Okay, what are you doing? If you can't even see what you're doing, where are you headed? Where are you going to end up at? What are you going to get? If you can't, where are you standing? Are you even standing where you want to stand? And then I said it earlier, are you even around the people you want to be around? Okay, and then even when you're going through hard times, you can see who's really around you and who isn't. Vision, to me, is one of the most crucial things, because it gives you the most invaluable thing of all. It gives you truth. It gives you the truth of what is happening. It gives you the truth of what is real and what is not. Okay, it gives us the truth of what we can do, what we can't do, or what we must do, and in what's still not done. And for a lot of us, we can ignore vision. We see it, but we don't want to see it, so we ignore it. And then we end up doing nothing, which is where now we get to places of trouble and issues. But vision is also something, like I was saying a couple of weeks ago, that we can even see things happening, but we don't go take it. We can see blessings. And for some people, when they can see that happening, it gives them a second win. It gets them off the ground. It gets them back up. It gives them hope. And hope, to me, is one of the things that if we have that, nothing is lost that cannot be found. And it gives us the ability and the belief to build even our faith. That no matter what's happening, I know that this is temporary. That this is just right now. That no matter what, this too can change, because I've been here some other time before, and this is what this looked like, because I can see it. And I know that even in this, what I can see, that I can move forward, I can get beyond, I can get over this or get through it. But some of us, we struggle with our vision, even if we have it. We have what's called restricted vision. This is now where our vision is limited.